And Ephraim just hijacked half of my intro. That's okay.
Sure did.
Good job.
So, yeah, so we've got some exciting things coming up this summer. In fact, when you're hearing this,
We'll be there.
the boys aren't even here, like, on the farm anymore.
But how are we here on the show?
Ah.
We'll be in Boone.
The beautiful thing called pre-recording.
Yes, very beautiful.
And
So.
the coming videos, shows,
Podcasts.
will be probably not sounding as good as they do now. Not that these sound
Well-
great, but they won't sound as good.
It'll be different for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that it'll sound worse because you'll have something up there. So if you didn't know already, I think we've talked about it before, but if you didn't know, Ephraim and I are going to be volunteering at a summer camp, Teen Valley Ranch, up in the Boone area. This week, in fact, this whole week whatever, you know what I mean. We have been up there for camp training, or staff training. So right now, we are on our last 2 days. I will be heading back tomorrow.
When you're hearing this.
Yeah, when you're hearing
When
this.
you're hearing this.
And then Ephraim will be up there for the whole of June. So we will be on a video call of some kind and talking to Ephraim from up there or something like that. We'll see how it works out.
I don't know if we talked about this, but we're gonna have to do that on the Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might be a little bit off in recording times. Of course, maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to record this coming Saturday.
Which might be difficult for you because I know you want to do the Gibble Community Day.
Oh, that's this coming Saturday. Not tomorrow, but the day after,
June 6th.
the week after tomorrow.
June 6th.
Oh,
That's
you better be getting up early
What do you
because
mean?
Community Day starts at like 10 or 11. So you gotta get up early so I can do that.
If I'm in kitchen, I'm getting up at like 4 o'clock every day
Fabulous.
because the Pios eat at like 6 or 5.
So-
I don't remember.
So you don't know what you're doing yet.
No,
not
they haven't.
wholly, yeah.
So we're gonna learn what we're doing this week.
Yeah, basically when you're recording this, we'll have
TJ
figured out what we're doing.
TJ and Ephraim are leaving in 2 days from today to start this. So,
Yes, we'll be leaving right after church.
oh, you guys can't even have lunch?
Nope, sadly.
Well,
Well-
we technically we could, but we want to get like a good.
Actually,
Hold on, no. We want to get a good place to sleep for the week because it's first come, first serve.
oh,
on
that's
where you
right.
sleep.
Yeah, from 2 to
So
5.
you won't even go out to lunch real quick with Randy and I.
We can't.
I think we should. I don't think it'll be
I won't
that
get to see
bad.
you for a whole month.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm sorry.
It's from-
It's more important that I get a good place to sleep than go see my sister for the last time for a month.
or see my brother-in-law for the first time in a while.
It's only been a week, Ephraim. But yeah, we
He's
didn't
been
talk
in
about
Arizona. We haven't
He's
talked
been-
about him.
We didn't talk about that last episode.
No, we didn't. So we're recording this on the 28th of May.
Yeah.
I have been a single mom for a week.
Is he even paying child support?
No, actually, he hasn't. He took his whole paycheck on this trip and spent it all.
Your word, of course he did.
To be fair, he gave you $30.
We have
to
a
play
single
Pokemon Go.
income household. $30 to play Pokemon Go, but let me just be honest, it's not even in the account to play, so I couldn't even do that. So the $10 that I spent was all I got.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the $30 he was gonna let you spend, you couldn't spend.
Yeah, he literally took his whole paycheck
Randy, I will spite
to
you.
Arizona.
I will
That
smite
was
you.
supposed to be
Funny.
nearly a free trip, right? Because they were going to go see the Grand Canyon and go hang out. They went out to eat for every meal. They've gotten a hotel almost every night instead of camping out. And I spent like almost $100 getting him a really nice solar charger for his phone, plus a really low degree rated sleeping bag that was camping, like backpacking size, so he could
temperature.
take it with
Low-
him.
Low temperature degree, like
Yeah.
camping backpack.
Yeah, so like it wasn't rated for like extreme cold, but it was rated for cold. And so I got him all this stuff. No. They all I tread lightly with words, Amber. They all got very tired of being outside. Didn't even try it the first night. They only slept underneath the stars for 2 nights. And even then they had pitched in and got a tent when they got to Arizona to sleep in. So, but no, they've slept in a hotel every night except the 2 nights.
And he's
Oh
paid
my
for
word.
everyone's meal a couple of times, hasn't he?
I have no clue. All I know is that this nearly free trip is $1,000 trip.
So
Oof.
far. So
Well,
far.
I mean, for an
Now-
Arizona trip, that is not bad.
Let me
What?
tell you, I've gone to Arizona twice. Now, I did only go to Phoenix. And It was not even close to that. I maybe spent $200.
But a Grand Canyon trip?
But TJ, think it was supposed to be a nearly free trip,
Now,
other than like a
Was.
plane trip,
I'll
a
give you
Yeah.
plane
that.
ticket.
Now, so the plane ticket was like $450. He didn't pay for that, and so that was calculated into the nearly $1,000 trip.
Okay, fair enough there.
So he didn't spend the full $1,000 on it, but he spent all of it except the $450. So
Of course.
that was supposed to be a nearly free trip, and it's just not been. So it doesn't really fully matter. It's just more of the whole, he didn't pay child support and left me home alone with a child all week.
And then I came over Monday and helped you babysit. That's how alone she was, Randy. I had to come over
Yeah.
and help her.
So,
It's been a week.
well, it hasn't been a bad week, but it's been.
What do you mean? She misses her husband.
She misses her hubby.
I miss my hubby, and my child has screamed at me almost every day this week. So,
She was in a happy mood this morning, though.
I bet you by the time we walk back over there, she's going to be in a fit
She's gonna
of
be
like
like-
tears and snot flying everywhere.
Of course.
She's still teething on top of all of it.
Mhm.
You can see the tooth buds, but the child will not push these top teeth through. No. She wants to make sure everybody shares in her misery before she pops these top teeth through.
Suffering.
Poor thing. I know she feels awful. I really do. I get it. I feel bad for her, but pop the teeth through, my goodness.
She's
The
either gonna
boss
be a
baby.
blonde or a ginger, and she's gonna be like, I'm gonna be the boss of everyone. I'm the cool teenager in
The
high
boss
school.
baby.
She is one of the two, and we can't tell which one she's going to end up
Yeah,
being.
she is a boss baby, though.
Mm. Did you see they're coming out with Boss
Yes.
Baby too?
I almost
out
sent it to
now.
you.
It's
I
out
almost
now.
Sent it to you. Is it on HBO?
No, it's on Peacock. That
What is
Peacock.
Peacock?
It's the one where Office is. It's where Office is streaming now.
Oh,
NBC.
NBC.
Yeah. It's
It's
NBC.
not Peacock. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, that's their
Peacock.
streaming service.
That's what it's
their
called. It's
streaming
called
service is
Peacock.
called.
Oh, their streaming services?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I was
So,
going to say that's their logo. It doesn't mean anything to do with what it's called, but I
Yeah.
guess
It does.
it does
That's-
now.
It's called the streaming service.
Mm.
I don't get where they get it from, but oh well.
Their logo.
Their logo.
Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I see that now. Wow.
Did you never notice that about their logo?
No, I never put two and two together. I realize that now, but yeah, I never put
Why
two
do
and
you
two
Ding,
say
ding,
put two
ding.
and two together? That doesn't make sense.
one and one together. Does that make any more sense?
That
Yeah.
was the channel that I watched growing up. Like that was
Yeah.
the one that always did the best coverage of the Olympics, and back before all the sexual allegations between the co-hosts of the morning show, Katie Couric and what's his face. He ended up being a real like dirty
Scumbag,
guy.
Yeah.
He was the one that had all like the sexual allegations against him or whatever. Anyway, but back when I was growing up, that was the channel to watch for all the cool stuff. I'm just saying, not like necessarily primetime shows, but like
yeah.
for morning show kind of thing.
You're really sounding old now.
It
Dang,
kind of
Afra.
happens on, when you're in your 30s. Hate to tell you. I was sitting there thinking,
I was about to say this.
okay, so Randy started singing the Lazy Song the other day, right? By Bruno Mars.
And for those who don't know, it's her
Today
husband.
oh yeah, today I don't feel like doing anything, right?
Is
So-
that's not what shot him into popularity, is it?
That's the first song I ever remember
Yeah,
being
that's the
popular
first
by
song I
him.
remember.
Yeah.
So Randy's like, it just came out a couple years ago. I was like, why are you singing that song? It's forever old. And he goes, no, it just came out a couple years ago. And I pull it up and I look at the date and I'm like, ugh.
Why did we have to look at that? Yeah, for
15.
real, because it was
11 years ago.
2015 was 6 years ago.
2010 was what year it came out. And I'm like, that
Oh.
song is 11 years
How
old,
is-
Randall. 11 years old.
Okay,
And he goes,
here's-
there is no way. I was like, and that's when the music video came out. So I can imagine that the song was actually produced the year before that at that point.
Yeah, 2009 or something like that. Because I
Oh
had it in my head,
my.
it was like 2008.
Oh my. I
Yeah.
feel very old when I saw that. I was like, ugh. And then you start thinking about the fact that I'm now 30, right? And so
You were
I
19.
think back to like 15 years ago of like, man, I thought I was old then.
Well, it's because you were.
I mean, like,
you can't hear you, TJ.
I said, oh my word, that's all. It
I
doesn't
just-
even matter. I'm
You
just
you
looking
were
over here.
still only had one brother then. 15 years ago.
Actually,
wait.
TJ wasn't even born. Like,
15 years ago he was, and I was born too.
oh
If
yeah,
we're
oh
talking
yeah.
15
years ago
ago
from now.
today.
Yeah, yeah. I just, it was 15 years ago is about when I moved out.
Yeah.
I've been out of the house for 15 years because I moved out when I was 17,
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
turning
just-
32 this year.
I don't get it. The first Avengers, I don't know why, but I feel like the first Avengers was like one of the first big movies I ever remember seeing in the. We went to a matinee of it, and it's about to be 10 years old now.
Do you know?
I
I
don't
remember
know.
what your first movie was. Do you remember? Do you know what your first movie was? I know what both of y'all's first movie
I
was in the
remem-
theater.
Oh, in the theater. I don't remember what that is, but I remember the first theater I
No.
remember seeing was with you. It was Indiana Jones 4, and you had to cover my eyes for one of the scenes. But yeah, that was the first one I remember. I don't know what it is though.
So the first movie that we ever took you to in the theater, TJ, was Finding Nemo.
Oh, that was like when I was barely a
I
year
think you were
old.
3 months
Yeah,
old.
I was gonna
Is
say it was
that
only
why
like
we
3
had
months.
the Finding Nemo poster in my room for so long?
Maybe, I don't really know.
We had one of those, and I distinctly remember it, along with one other poster, and that was the Larry Boy poster, which we didn't get out of my
Larry boy,
room
groove it,
until 2
Larry,
years ago.
Larry boy.
Oh my word!
Oh, oh, oh.
I
Out
always
like
thought,
Vegemite, Larry boy.
oh, I
We're gonna get
have forgotten
copyrighted
that-
so
yeah, I
bad
have
for just
forgotten
me
that
singing songs
song.
today.
Oh my goodness, Amber's
Um,
so good at singing, we're gonna get copyrighted.
dang, Ephraim. Um,
Oh, you need to go away somewhere.
yes, he does.
Go away.
You are
You go
so
away for
mean.
your whole
I love
month.
you. I love
are
you.
so
Go
mean,
away for
Ephraim.
your whole month. I don't want to be around
I
you.
always thought Finding Nemo was the creepiest thing ever.
What was my
I
favorite movie?
love Finding Nemo.
Finding
Up until
Nemo-
like recently, I thought that was the creepiest movie ever.
Finding Nemo was
Mimo.
really good.
Mimo.
Nemo.
I
Mimo.
said Nemo.
No, Dory's a different story. We're
Finding
not gonna
Dory was
talk about
cute.
that.
I
We're not
liked
gonna-
Finding Dory.
So-
Eh,
So Ephraim's first movie was the movie Cars.
So we
that's-
both saw Pixar movies for our first
Yes, you
movie.
sure
That does not
did.
surprise me. I love Cars. Still to this day, it's one of my favorite movies. I have no idea why. It's great.
I remember Lisa talking about the fact that Chayton's initials were going to be Cars, the movie Cars.
That doesn't surprise. Yeah, I remember that now.
Chayton Alan Scott.
That makes sense.
Where did the R come from?
Chayton Allen something.
Scott.
Well, oh, it was probably his
Chayton
dad's last name.
Allen. No. He has his dad's last name. Chayton Allen. There is an R though.
Does he have two middle names?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know his middle names, and we were like best friends for years. I have no clue what his middle names were.
I don't remember what his second middle name is, but he has the initial Cars.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Pixar movies, except for the like Finding Dory. I even like Cars 2. I don't know why, but I even like Cars 2.
Did you watch Cars 3?
Yeah, I love Cars 3.
What about Planes?
Planes isn't Pixar. That's
Yes, it
just
is.
Yes, it
Disney.
is.
That's Disney. That's
No.
not Pixar.
It
It's
is.
Pixar.
No,
is
it's not.
Pixar.
I
Yes.
promise you. I promise you, that's not Pixar.
We are a family that when we disagree, guess what comes out?
Google!
Mr. Google.
Every single one of us. We're really bad about that too. So anyway, while Ephraim looks that up, is it Pixar?
I told you, it's not Pixar.
It was produced by Walt Disney
Yes.
Studios.
I
Yes, it's
guarantee you
done by
they
Disney.
worked with Pixar animators.
It's a spin-off.
No,
Yeah.
it was still produced. It only says it was a spin-off, and it says Disney has come out and said none of it was by Pixar.
Mm.
See?
But it was a spin-off of Pixar's Cars.
Right. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I said it was made by Disney. I didn't say it wasn't made by Disney. I just said it wasn't made by Pixar. But regardless.
It was not developed by Disney Pixar. It was developed by Disney Pixar. I'm sorry. I have like a slight I have a slight speech impediment. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
I think you have the least speech impediment.
No.
Yeah, people write it off and claim that it cannot fit into Pixar theory because it is not actually Pixar. TJ was right.
TJ, you were right for
Pixar theory
once.
is
I'm proud of
interesting,
you.
actually. So I don't think, like, we talk about the MCU or the Star Wars universe, you know what I mean? All these different movies that are all connected. And yet
So
there's
is
been a
Pixar.
cinematic universe that's sitting in
For
front of us
years.
forever. Yeah,
For-
forever and ever
What?
since Toy Story.
I was gonna say I didn't know if Toy Story started it or if it was weren't they a part of Bugs Life too?
Bugs Life connects into it. I don't
Yeah.
remember how, but it connects
So,
into the Pixar. So the Pixar theory
people-
is that every Pixar theory ever made
Every
fits
Pixar movie.
into the
You said theory.
same. Every Pixar movie ever made fits into the same universe. And
And
they're all
there's
connected from what? From the first. What's the first one? Is
Brave.
it
It
that
is
Brave?
either
Yeah.
Brave or Monsters Inc. We can't decide.
Well, Monsters Inc. is technically the last too,
No.
because humans
Hold on,
evolve
TJ,
into
hold on,
monsters
hold on,
well after
hold on.
Cars.
No, let me finish. It is either Monsters Inc. is the last one, or it is Cars that's the last one. That's still not like a fully thing that we've put
Well,
into the
but
timeline.
Brave is debated whether or not it's connected to Monsters Inc. But regardless,
Well, because the reason that is the case, though, Ephraim, is because there is in the cave in Brave, there is a cave like drawing. It's not a drawing; it's a carving.
But okay,
of
I'll tell you
Sully.
why. Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. It's believed that Boo, the child, is the old lady,
Yeah,
and she's
That's-
a time traveler.
I was gonna say it either connects through time traveling or Monsters was first.
That's why. And
it's a
If
paradox.
we could use time travel for both scenarios, because it could be Monsters Inc. came first and they were time traveling to the future to bully kids, but bully quotation marks. Or it was Boo time traveling to the first, like, back then, and then draw a picture of Sully because she missed him.
Or Monsters Inc. could just take place in a completely different universe, a completely
I don't think
different planet.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I think that's the future. It's still a part of the universe. It
Right.
might be like a different. It could be a different planet, but it's still a part of the same universe.
Right. No, I'm not saying it's a different universe in that sense. I'm just saying it's on a completely different. The Monsters Inc. place, the Monsters Inc.
Almost
planet
like
is a
an
completely
alien
different
thing
planet.
is what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what I'm saying.
It could go congruently.
No.
It can go congruently in the time frame, but be like an alien planet type
Right,
thing.
right. That influenced
I-
our planet.
I have a theory that Cars came right after Wall-E because of how much dust, dirt,
Wow.
Wall-E.
Right. No, I
And
think that's
the-
widely
and-
agreed.
The animals like gained like shoot, what was the word? like-
Sentience.
Sentience. No, because I said the animals. The animals like took some of the trash and put it over them as a covering, and then they became cars. Because there's also like bugs, and there's different things.
What
Yeah.
if what if Pixar says humans just evolved into cars? That might
That's
very well be the
probably
case.
Where
That's probably
they're
what
going
they
with
said.
it, to be honest with you.
That's what I imagine is the case. Is that either humans evolved into these
course,
big blobs and they need these
Ephraim-
exoskeletons.
Ephraim probably has the better idea with that
Yeah.
than if Pixar went that direction with it.
Who knows?
I don't know that Pixar ever intended it to be
They did.
a whole universe thing.
Well, they've been confirming it continually, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, I think most of it's because they put little Easter eggs into each
They
in
probably
every movie.
didn't start off with that
That's what I was
idea.
going to say. I
Yeah.
don't think they necessarily started off with it, but maybe it just became this thing as they started putting Easter eggs in here and there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing about a great story is that you may
Well-
not start off with the idea, but it evolves into
It
it.
That's-
tells
you build
itself.
into yeah,
It
you
tells
build into
itself.
it.
Like FNAF. I don't think Scott Cawthon had any intentions until the first game blew
What's
up.
FNAF?
Five Nights
Nights
at
at
Freddy's.
Oh my gosh.
Or
That story.
I never
has
got the
gotten
whole
so...
like obsession with Five Nights at Freddy's. I really have never
Because
got
of
It's
the
a murder
lore.
mystery, and it's just it keeps revealing
It's
new
an
stuff and
ARG.
blah 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 blah.
because it's an ARG.
It's gotten dumb. I used to like it. I legitimately used
used
to
to
like
be
the
obsessed
story.
with it.
No, TJ, the reason you don't like it is because MatPat doesn't cover it the way that you want it to be covered.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, universes aside, I guess I can say that I have started meal prepping.
TJ wanted to do like a multiverse, not a multiverse thing, but like a story type thing, creating videos. One thing I have started to really enjoy is Dad Feels. I like
dad
his
feels.
That
IRG
channel is
ARG.
weird.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a weird ARG channel.
So you can go into like his Twitch streams and donate a certain amount, and then you get like things back to find out more of the story and other things. And you can go onto some of these websites and find other sorts of things. And at the end of videos, some other parts of the story are revealed. It's really cool.
You know what I'm excited about?
What?
A Heist with Markiplier Part 2.
Oh, they're doing a second part?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna.
wow.
So right now he's actually filming a TV show that he wrote. So he had this podcast where he did this whole post-apocalyptic type story that he had written
Okay.
and did it as a podcast first. Well, now it's been picked up as a TV show. So he's
Nice.
currently in Canada
That's where
shooting
I've
it.
seen that. Yeah.
And after they're done shooting that, he's coming back to shoot Heist with Markiplier Part 2.
That's gonna be wild.
So what
So-
were you saying, TJ?
I was just gonna say I started meal prepping this week.
Yeah, great
I've
transition.
been it's been good. It's saved me a lot of money how I've looked at it now, compared to, like, you know what I mean? I prep all my meals on Monday. I save them for mostly lunch. I'm just mostly prepping lunch. I started this week with egg and tuna salad and some kiwi. This coming week when I get back from camp, I'm going to be doing dried kiwi, dried bananas, dried strawberries, and making
When did you start
chipped
liking kiwi?
cocktail.
Hold on. When did you start
I
liking
love
kiwi?
All I
I
know
love
is that
kiwi.
mom, no, it was dad. Dad fussed at me when mom had that fruit tray the one day, and I've literally always loved kiwi. I never
Yeah.
knew it was a thing with you. Like, never even knew
I
that
never
you
knew that
had
you liked
even
kiwi.
tasted a kiwi. And dad's like, TJ likes kiwi, leave the kiwi alone. And I'm like, all right.
So I mean, it's not the greatest thing of all time. I don't know why Dad gets all on a fuss about little things. I mean, I
Now,
know
there
why,
was
but
only a few pieces of kiwi. I do get that. There was only but
you
as
don't
far
need
as
to
I
save it for
knew,
me.
as
Yeah.
far as I knew, I was the only one in the family that liked kiwi.
No, I
really-
like it too. And a dried kiwi, that looks good.
Do you
It's
like
like
it,
a sweet
Ephraim?
and sour
I like
candy.
pineapple.
I love pineapple.
Pineapple's pretty good. I wonder what dried pineapple's gonna be like.
Pineapple is
I'd
one
like
of
to-
my favorite things.
I'd like to dehydrate some pineapple, see how that goes. But I'm gonna start doing dehydrated fruit. I think it's gonna be my side for most of my stuff. I'm probably gonna do some Parmesan chicken here soon. I'll do some different ideas like that. So if you have any meal prep suggestions, I'd love to hear them. But I've been enjoying kind of cooking and doing all these different things. I'll probably end up doing my favorite cauliflower loaded casserole
I did.
at some point.
So I hosted a Pampered Chef party a couple weeks ago. I finally got my order in, and my friend who is my consultant with Pampered Chef, she's like, "You really need to join, Amber, because what you got in your cart." And I'm like, "No, it's just not the right time." And it really, truly is not the right time for me to be a part of anything because I'm trying to build the laser business with mom and things like that. But I got 3 major appliances from in my show, and I have been loving them. So their air fryer is like the best thing ever. And
The
then
mozzarella sticks were so good.
yeah, I made Ephraim
Yeah.
mozzarella sticks this past week when he was helping me with Hattie. And which we had an air fryer for a year and a half, but it was one of those like Lowe's cheap things. So it finally had just bit the dust. And so I
Yeah.
got this, and it's got like all metal parts. It's great. Whereas the other one, the rubber was wearing off on it. So, but
Oof.
I've been loving cooking with all my new Pampered Chef stuff.
That
The other
sounds
Pampered
so
Chef
good.
Stuff you got, like
Oh.
the chopping thing.
Oh, that's my favorite
The
gadget
chopped-
ever.
The chopped salad was really good too.
So yeah, when Ephraim was over, I made chopped salad and cheese sticks because I had to get the cheese sticks used up, and I thought he would enjoy them. And so the chopped salad. So
she
I had
didn't
this.
have anything to dip them in, like no
Yeah.
marinara or ranch. Well, you did have ranch.
I
but
had
don't like
ranch, but he doesn't like ranch. So the salad
Wow.
chopper is my favorite gadget ever, and it was just this little $25 gadget from Pampered Chef. It was great though. And it's like this double scissor thing that you scoop up your salad and you just chop, 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 chop. And it makes it so enjoyable to eat a salad because, when you're eating a salad, sometimes the pieces are so big and, it's just not enjoyable. This
Chunky,
makes
yeah.
it like
I do want to
so nice.
add something. I know we had salads that day.
Mhm.
I think the mozzarella sticks displaced what the health benefits of the salad.
Oh,
were.
100% they did. 100% they did. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, and I didn't start this whole meal prepping thing for the health benefits more than anything. I'm more
He
so
started
focused
it
on
because of the pocket need.
Hold on. Let me tell
The
you how many
wallet
times
need.
I've been in his car and there's like piles of Bojangles box. in his back seat.
And he's like, the salad's so healthy, it's so good for
I
you.
haven't ever said that it's so healthy. It's good for me. I've
You
just
know,
said
the
that it's
Chick-fil-A
cheaper than a 4-piece Supreme dinner.
The
Much cheaper.
The Chick-fil-A salads are just as bad as the Chick-fil-A sandwich. I have
Right.
looked into the nutrition facts in that.
So,
okay,
sandwich all day long, baby.
You can't get me in trouble for defamation. That's all on their website.
Yeah. Salads at fast food restaurants aren't anything different than just the food itself.
Food
Yep.
itself.
Agreed.
I
But-
mean, I will admit they do make you feel more better to eat.
They do.
Probably because of the stuff they stick in it.
They do. Well, because you probably are getting more greens, but as far as your calories and other things, you're still getting just as much because they put so much sugar in like the dressings and things like that,
Yeah.
or you still have the breading on your chicken or things like that. So, I don't know, but
I will say I don't like the grilled chicken, like either the sandwich or the nuggets at Chick-fil-A. I don't like the marinade that they put on them.
I'm not a big fan of the grilled chicken either.
Have you
Yeah.
had it, TJ?
No, I haven't ever had it,
You should
so
try
I
it.
don't know.
You should try it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a pretty good. Oh, I'm doing meal prep too, but I haven't really done that great with it. I'm still working on it, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we're all getting there. So,
Yeah, advice would be great.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think that's a good place to wrap it up for today.
yeah.
If you guys want, we might set up a subreddit that you can send us things, and then we can
Oh, that
read
would
it
be
on the
fun. A
podcast.
react. Ooh, a react
Yeah, a
one
react
every
one.
once in a while. That would be
Oh,
fun.
That would be fun.
Well, they can post it to Facebook too. I
They
think
can.
We
they
do
could-
also have the
yeah.
Facebook page, but I think a Reddit would be more fun.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
think
A Reddit would be
I
fun.
might start a TikTok for it, but I don't know yet. I mean, the page is already up. I've made a TikTok account for us, but I haven't started posting it. So
Do you
maybe
know how to
we'll
make
see that.
TikToks?
I don't know trends, so I'm gonna have to start looking into
So I'll tell you. You literally go onto the For You page and see what got
Yeah, pretty
a ton
much.
of likes.
Yeah, pretty
And then you make
yeah. Yep, we'll figure it out.
that. Okay.
Exciting stuff coming.
Yep. That was our week, and then the weeks to come. And I'm Ephraim.
I'm Amber.
I'm TJ.
Amber says, "We're your favorite siblings," and I hope you guys have a great day today. Bye.
Bye, guys.